NASDAQ, where you get the best dope on the markets. I am Alan Palmer. We are going to talk charts. Okay. I used to be a pit trader. That used to be home, going down there, with thousands of people. Anyway, here, what are we looking at here? We're looking at cattle, okay? So, for example, I'm just going to pick out the ones that I see right here that look exact, okay? So this is in a cattle. This is in June cattle, okay? So if you had a crop coming down, you got your cattle, you're going to take them to slaughter in June, okay? And you want to sell this trend line, 216.5 is where it is right now, okay? This is the last bar right here at this moment. Filled. Okay, so and let's say you say, well, why would I want to why would I want to do that? Okay, first of all, because it's my artwork. Okay, so these are a couple lows in 2022 and 2020. This is big. This is big. This is big. Okay, so this is off the crash low. Okay, and it's off something else. My eye. Okay, you need to learn how to draw trend lines. Email me. Okay, really, we could do a class. I could do a private class to you. And, you learn how to draw trend lines here. And then here's another one, 213.74. This looks like it's here, over here, top left, 213.72. That's like exact. That's exact. That's a tick off. Round up, round down. Okay. And then this one went over by 7 cents. Okay. So this is really a big number here. Okay. Because this was from the crash low. Okay. So we get under it, then you want to sell it at there. Okay. And here, you're scalping here. Look at this. So what is this? 275 range. Wow, that's really something, okay? So that would be something here. Okay, don't look over there here. Look right here. Okay, look right here. Okay, so if you were getting my charts, okay, and you're like, you see what happened this time. You see what happened this time. This time here, it's exact, okay? I caught it because this is from 22. This is like last week. Okay, last month. Okay, we slipped under there. They made a stand. Okay, and then here you go down. Okay, this was this crash. It's not really a crash, but funds were long 100. I don't know, 107,000 maybe at the top. So you went from 244 to 212. Okay, now what I find interesting here is, okay, the initial. Okay, so whatever's in the equation in cattle market up here, okay, it was absolutely, it was, truly amazing. And, the funds could buy just a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And each day, brand new high, all-time high, all-time high, all-time high, all-time high. Okay. And then we got up to plus 45%. And, I talked about it. I talked about it for months. Actually, I've been, so if you were a client, you would have gotten that. Okay. In any event. So say you even missed that. This first limit down here, you just got to get short. You got to get short. And then here you got two green ups. Okay, and ignore that olive line. That is not there for that. Okay, that would be here if we were going to rally here. Okay, look over to the right. Okay, don't look backwards. Okay, so anyway, I think that's an olive line. I think it's an olive line. See it? 207.96 right here. Right here, olive line. Okay, it's everywhere. Okay, it's everywhere. I would say you give me some money, okay, invest in yourself, and then you can do this. And you don't necessarily need CQG, and you can get a stripped down version of CQG and get delayed quotes if you want to learn how to chart. Okay, I've got a mentorship program for that. And I give you the rules, okay, and you take them and you go. Okay, so here's the D's cattle here. Oh, yeah, let's look at these feeders here. Okay, so these are no feeders. Okay, these are different now. Okay, 341. They all used to be the same price. 326. As a matter of fact, here. Okay, here's Nov Jan. Let's see what this spread has done. Okay, this was Nov. the front month, and then Jan, 2 months later, okay? And this is the Nove got over fucking $23. See, you know, if that appeals to you, I could chart that for you. I could chart that for you. Yeah. Hang on. Free lesson. Let's just see what happens here. Hang on. Okay, so then this here. This is another reason why when you're just doing trend lines, okay, these are not, okay, I want them on the low and I want the low. Okay, now here, watch this. Let's look at the value, 1267. Let's see if it changes. 1257, okay, 10 cents. So if, in fact, that's a valid trend line, okay, that based off of what I based it off of, okay, you want to have it be exact. And that's why, because they're triggers. And these guys will, you know, the algos, it'll fill your order. So, okay, so that's that spread. Here's the Jan. So let's look at the break here in the Jan feeder cattle, okay? These are little guys. All right. And these are like the 500 pound to 800 pound, okay? The babies, the cow-calf operations. This was limit down. Here, look at this. Right up here to this high, okay? Serious seller, okay? And look at this, okay? And then here you got serious selling, and then you go up there. Somebody's keeping it from printing. Somebody wants to see that print, and then it comes back, and then all of a sudden you break. Okay, so that is, these are Jan feeders up at 380. Oh, yeah, that's right. Everybody was talking 400. It was like gold, you know, back in the 80s. Everybody was talking 1,000, and that's when it topped. So this is where we are, okay? So we had our initial sell-off, I guess, here, but we came here, made a little, and came here, and it's like they're keeping them, and, you know, somebody's buying them, but we'll see here. Possibly these would be some of the numbers you'd have to get over. You know, so here, just pause the frame here. We're at 326. These are Jan feeders. Okay, so this here. So it's got a magnet feature here. Okay, so this is exactly the high here. 326.73 here. As a matter of fact, you know what? I am going to take that as a snapshot here. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, I like the name feeder in there. Let's go, and I go FCF, NL, and then whatever that price is here. Okay, so this would be, and see all those charts right there? These are charts I sent out to clients, okay? So you would get these. Here's 2 KCs. One person wanted it. What do we got? 326.75. 326.75. So then I know, or you know, where the value of that is. Okay, so we'll see here. This little brown line here. You see, we hit it, and it reverses down. This is my time frame. Okay. Okay, so this is, and listen, man, this is thin. Look at this volume. Okay, but it's a viable product. Okay, so this might be a place where we rally, but you know, if we're gonna rally, so I'll leave off here on this page here. These are cattle up here. From the top left, Dees, Feb, April, June, and then August is over here, top right. August cattle, okay? August 26th, next summer, okay? And then here, see how you spike down here? Here's where I have these levels here in August, okay? So whatever you need, because all these months are different, okay? Because, right, the summer months and that. And then I got hogs here. I'm going to do a hog thing here. These hogs are... yeah, they're in an area here. Here's 76 quarter down below. That's, you know. So if you need something, email me, arp@nasdog.com. Okay, trader adage or excuse or rule for this person, when putting an order in, put your stop loss in first and then your order. That's an interesting thought, because where your stops, I've made cases, I just made one to a professional trader, that when you have stops, even if you got out of your position, okay, the stop is located in a good position because I pick it. You know, I mean, I'm just saying here, under my levels, look out. You know, if you're buying against those levels, you got to have a stop because they're coming out underneath. And so just another way to think. Okay, thanks for watching.